Okay, this is classwork video 1118 with the instructions for the day. All right, so just make sure you're writing all this work and the 5 words. So just make sure today you know the difference between what we call an expression, where there's no equal, not equal to anything, where you're not trying to solve it, you're not trying to solve an expression, to an equation that has an equal in it, that you're trying to solve, trying to get what x is equal to. That's what you're trying to solve, the equation. So again, expressions you're not solving, even if we give you the x value for you to plug in there, it's still not solving an equation. So I want you to write this down. So to evaluate, you could evaluate an expression by taking that number we're telling you and plug it in where x is. So again, everything's staying the same except where that x is. I'm replacing it with -7. That's called evaluating it, and that gives me positive 28. Come to grips with your negative rules, calculator or not, which gives me 25. So I can evaluate an expression, still not an equation though. These equations, starting with the two-stepper and then the big one, variables, these you're solving. First word is albatross. Albatross. So again, here we go. Two-stepper. Always start on the left. Get rid of the plain number on the left by doing the opposite. Bring down the 4x. Bring down your equal. Keep your word vertical. This gives me -12. Use your calculator. Second step, always on these two-steppers, is not adding, subtracting anymore. It's opposite of dividing or timesing. So right here, I divide both sides by 4. That gives me x. Bring down your equal, and that gives me -3. That is what we call the solution to the equation. You could check it by taking that -3 and plugging it in and seeing if the math gives you -6. You could check it, but you can't check an expression. All right, here we go. Variables on both sides. Gotta know it. Start on the left. Get rid of the plain number on the left by doing the same. Don't subtract 2 from 2x though. Subtract 2 from 10. Those are like terms. These cancel. Bring 4x down. Bring that equal down. Bring 2x down. 10 minus 2 gives me 8. The key to the second step here, get rid of that 2x term by doing the opposite, minusing 2x on both sides to get rid of it, to cancel it. Inverse operation. 4x minus 2x gives me 2x. Bring down the equal, bring down the 8. Opposite, timesing by 2, subtract by 2. And again, you can see, finally, this last step is something different than adding or subtracting. The first two steps, always adding, subtracting stuff. Start on the left, just like you would a two-stepper. Then go to the right, add or subtract the x term away. And then back to the left, where you do that final step of division. Always, we're going to do the same every time on these variables, both sides. Got to build a rhythm. All right, next problems. Next word is pelican. All right, so here we go again. Variables both sides, and then math, where sometimes you got to distribute first, and then the variables both sides, or combine like terms on one side first, not doing inverse, but combining, and then variables both sides. But here we go. Add or subtract the number away. Opposite of -4, adding 4. These will cancel away. Bring down the -6x. Bring down your equal. Bring down -8x. Add this to get 24. Stay on this side, but eliminate the x term by adding it or doing whatever the opposite is to get rid of that x term. Knowing that these first two steps, you're adding, subtracting stuff. This gives me 2x positive. Bring down the 24. And then finally, my next step here, finally, something different than adding, subtracting, division. Divide by that 2 gives me 12. That is the solution. Again, start on the left, go to the right, back to the left, divide. For this one, you're distributing first, which gives you 4x plus 4 times 2, 8. Got to know how to distribute. And then it becomes a variables both sides. Got to have you know it. Build that rhythm. Here we go. Start on the left. Get rid of the plain number on the left. Bring down everything else. Bring down that 4x. Bring down that equal 2x. This gives me 12. Stay on the right. Get rid of that x term by adding, subtracting. And then finally back to the left, divide by whatever numbers in front of x there. Always same pattern on these. Start on the left by adding, subtracting that number away. Go to the right, eliminate the variable on the right. Back to the left, divide. Next word is blue jay. All right, last one here. For this one, you're combining like terms. Remember, you would never do something like this. Never would you do something like that. That is the worst thing you could do to get like 8x right there. That's what some people do. And what I do, I show them what you're doing. I tell them, if you had a true equation like this, yeah, you could do inverse operations and that stays good. You could combine like terms on one side of the equation, that's good. But never can you do inverse operations on the same side of the equation. That always fouls up your equation. So again on this, don't add 2x to both sides. People are attempting to do that. Nope, here you combine to get 4 of those x's and then bring down the rest. And then of course it just becomes variables both sides. Build that rhythm. Here we go. Start on the left. Get rid of the plain number on the left. This gives me 18. Stay on the right. Eliminate the variable on the right. This gives me 2x. Bring down the equal. Bring down the 18. Back to the left. Divide. We'll be practicing these many times. Gives me x equal 9. These would be good problems to take to the tutor assignment, of course. All right. Now, next, final 2 words and the instructions. So here we go. What I want you to do when you're done, I want you to go to class Google Slides. I want you to find the problem that you're assigned to, copy that onto your own Google slide that you've already shared with me, of course. And then when you're done, I want you to pick the best one out of your row, or if you've worked together as a row on one, I'm going to have you Flipgrid it. So I want you to practice using Flipgrid. So I'm going to show you real quick what you're going to do when you click on the Flipgrid link today. So after you've gone to the class slides and copy that onto your own, so I'll just show you a little example. So you're going to copy that onto the bottom of your own, and then you're going to use the tools of Google Slide to solve it. Some people will share it together and work all together on one. Some people will work on it separate. And then find the best one or the one you're working on. Go to the Flipgrid link, which I'll have there. Click on it, and here are the instructions again, what you're doing. So you're going to go to Add Response. To get the window not looking at you anymore, you use little dot, and to record screen. Again, we're going to get good at this practice. Hit Start Screen Recording. You could close this window so your face isn't showing. Click on that entire window, hit Share, and then I'm going to have you go to your slide. And then remember, before it's recording now, remember, make it big as possible. And then explain this, having each person in your group identify themselves and what they did. So maybe I'm Joe, and what I did here for this expression, I just evaluated, and then have the next person talk. I'm Schmo, and for this one, the opposite of adding 6, I subtract 6. So make sure each person in the group identifies themselves. Now you could escape out of here, hitting escape on your keyboard. Find the tab up there that has a little stop here, a little symbol. That means that's where you're going. Hit stop recording. It will let you review what you did. And if you like it, hit next, and then put your name on here. And then just hit post, and it will upload, hopefully, if you do it quick enough. And then we'll be able to see what you did. All right, next word is albatross for this class, albatross. And again, make sure you're showing the work. Make sure you have the work done on your slides. I can help you at this point. I'll be happy walking around helping you. And then I'm going to get you out there, Flipgrid, and practice, be a pro. Last word is seagull. Seagull. Thanks for listening.